welcome to a new studio vlog. Very dark today. I hope you enjoyed the first vlog back. I know it was a bit of a let's get organised together kind of vlog, but I felt like I needed to sort of like tell you guys where I'm at. I wish I knew where I was at. If I came across like I knew where I was at, please let me know how. I just got off a call with the membership group that I am part of, which is Jenny Pace's Better Business Collective. It's currently on a lighter season because Jenny's just had a baby, so it's being run by a few of the more kind of experienced members, and we've just had a call about Christmas planning. Yeah, so that happened. Before that, I walked into town to chat to my hairdresser about what the plan is for my hair, because I wanted a bit of a change. I am currently, well, as you can see from my roots, I have highlights. My hair is like dark brown, fairly dark brown, and I can't really afford the upkeep of the highlights as much as I love it lighter. So we're gonna go like an all over toner to bring it to like a blonde, so like a dark blonde light brown colour, and we're going to do that on Valentine's Day, so that will be a bit of a shock to the system, but I'm really looking forward to it. I'll give my hair a rest from bleach. So yeah, I went into town to chat to Becky and then grabbed a coffee. Had a really nice coconut milk latte which was delicious from Costa. I had a free beans token thing, so I grabbed that and that was delicious. I always make sure that I have like the biggest coffee ever when I have my freebie. Does anyone else do that? And what is your coffee order? Let me know in the comments. Today's plan is, what is the plan today? Today's plan is to put on my manifestation poster. In the end of the last vlog I told you I was going to talk you through that, so I'll do that in a second. So I'm going to do that, and then I need to have something at the top of my mind to do. Let me grab my diary. Oh yeah, I need to finish the last 2 days of Jenny's little 5-day course because it rounds up and I want to make sure that I don't miss anything. I also need to contact the chiropractor that hasn't come back to me yet. Or I do have an Etsy order to pack as a priority as well. And I also need to put the studio vlog live that you would have seen already, but I haven't put it live yet in reality, so I need to look at that. Also, this week in general, I want to have a look at TikTok Shop. I don't know whether it's something that I can do. I don't know how it works, but they keep emailing me and telling me that I can do it, so I figure I'll have a look at that as well. But job one, let me talk you through, what does we call it? The manifestation board. Okay, the plan was to show you my manifestation board, but I've manifested this wazzock. Gizmo, can I get to this, please? Can I just? Okay, we're just gonna go for it. Come on, let's bring you over here onto your rug. This is everything that I have stuck on here, and I reiterate in case you didn't see last week's vlog, any pictures that involve people, especially the fitness related stuff, obviously this is not, I mean I would love to look like this, but I'm being realistic. This is not about looking like these people. It is about reminding myself about keeping fit and healthy and goals and things like that. So we'll start on this side. So I am 42 in a couple of weeks time, and I am very aware of the fact that as I'm aging, I am aware that my priorities are shifting a little bit. So currently I have things like I have highlights in my hair, which are great, but they cost me money to maintain, and also I'm getting more grey hairs. And I just want to change my style up, even if it's like subtle. And these are just kind of like inspiration images and also style inspiration, because I struggle with that. I mean, right now I'm in leggings and this jumper that I'm always in. But I'm just trying to think, okay, I'm going to be 42 in a couple of weeks, and I want to sort of up my game a little bit with how I feel in my body and about myself. 1 minute. You want to go out now, of course. Oh, guys, honestly. Go on then. That's part of my vision board for this year, is about just trying to find my new self. I don't dress too dissimilar to this, but I just want to feel more comfortable and more confident in how I look and feel. And so I've made a few moves towards some of the things involving my body and involving my hair and my skincare and all those things, about things I just want to switch up a tiny bit realistically. I've also got a couple of quotes on here. This is something that's always really, really important to me, so I'll always have something like that within any board that I put together. Now as we move across here, whenever I talk about or think about or meditate on ideal life in the future, I always envision a little house by the sea, which obviously is the dream for many people, I assume. But so I always put some kind of visualization of what I would like that to look like. And then these other places are just places that I'd like to visit, holiday in. You know, I also want to do some solo travel, probably in the UK, because it's something I've had on my list of things to do for years and years and years. And I just want that experience of just going somewhere on my own for, even if it's 2 or 3 nights, and exploring on my own. And it's just something I've always wanted to do. So that is also part of the vision board. And we'll come down here and we'll see more places to visit, lifestyle. So I envision the house by the sea having a little harbour near it, and my studio being above a cafe in a harbour. So I get very specific about how I visualise my life, and that is something that I put into practice when I'm putting these boards together. I remind myself about things like this because I think it's an important thing to remember. Looking at decorating the house currently, so some ideas about what I like, a reminder to get my arse moving, a reminder about the importance of the routines, and then just colours and stuff. I love the colour of this room and the painting on the wall and all these things. Lifestyle-y type photos as well. And then for the whole solo trip thing, I've got this 50 ways to spend time alone, which I love, journaling prompts, and then I've gone to a few more businessy kind of things. So I've gone on to thinking about manifesting money, pattern design, large scale work, a studio, really bright and colourful things. I'm obsessed with sky blue at the moment. We spoke about this in the last vlog where I said to you that I had this sky blue colour kind of like coming up everywhere. And manifesting orders, and also I'd love to make something like this. So yeah, that is the board. I wanted a couple of new sketchbooks, so I bought a set of 2 off of Amazon. I didn't want them for painting or necessarily using anything inky in, so I just bought some quite cheap and cheerful ones. I'm thinking about covering them. They came in a pack of 2, they are super thick, and it says on the front, sketchbook, promise yourself to be strong, that nothing can disturb your peace of mind. I'm not really keen on the front. However, I'm thinking of doing a proper old school primary school thing and covering them in some of my seconds wrapping paper that I've got. They are actually really decent. They're definitely like that kind of more softer, definitely will absorb ink paper, but I literally just want them to use a pencil in to design some prints and cards, and just like sketch things out. So I don't know how many pages are in them, but they do open, because they're all bound individually like that, so it opens completely flat, which is a dream. I'll link them below. They're definitely not like the best quality or anything like that, and if you're going to paint, well, I probably wouldn't paint on these. I don't know what the GSM of the paper is, but I literally just wanted them for super rough sketching. I'm thinking about quickly popping some wrapping paper on one of them, just with a bit of Pritt stick. Do I dare? Good afternoon guys, it is now Friday. I haven't vlogged for a couple of days because my neck has been so bad. I haven't really been doing anything. I went to the osteopath yesterday, so fingers crossed in a week or so it'll be better, but I'm only doing like minimum amounts of work at the moment because she said basically that she thinks it's like I've got whiplash, but I haven't got whiplash, so God knows. I have just been taking some photos for Instagram for a post that I'm putting up today about notebooks. I've decided to go back to doing products of the month, and this month is notebooks. I sent an email out to my list on the 1st of February and with a little discount code if you're on my list. Make sure you look out for that because it will be repeated throughout February. And if you're not on my list, you should be on my list. I've also added the extra products that didn't go on to and so to shop the other week. They sort of got lost in the ether somewhere, so I added those on. What else have I done today? Changed my SIM plan for my phone. The other thing I need to do this afternoon is order some cardstock to trial for the printer, because I don't normally do Mother's Day cards and stuff because I can't afford to get like 50 printed and only sell 10. So I'm thinking that I might design some Mother's Day cards that I can print from this printer, but I need to find some good cardstock. So first things first, let's do those photos, edit those and get that post up. I basically use Google Drive for everything. I need to get something higher to see you on. I basically use Google Drive for everything, so I'll send them from my phone over to my Google Drive, and then I don't normally edit things always in Photoshop, but because I want to potentially use some of these for a blog post as well, I think I will do. Trying to, oh wait a minute, trying to make myself less bright, but I have a window behind me. Okay, so we've got 1, 2, 4, 6, 7 images. Get those over onto Google Drive. Let me open Photoshop so we are ready to go. The other thing that I need to do today, I joined a little subscription club called the, I can't remember anything, the Pin Pack. I've joined it. You can cancel whenever you want, but I've joined it for £15 a month starting this month, and I think I'm going to just join it for a couple of months because I can't super afford to do it, but I want to get myself ahead with some Pinterest stuff, especially because seeing as I can't look down at the iPad and actually work too much right now. I thought I'd use this time to really get ahead of some blog posts, some Instagram content, some images I can do on Photoshop, online learning, all of those sorts of things. I've also got to write my Sunday email as well. I really need to do that. So let's edit these photos first. Hello, it is Saturday today. I'm at my desk currently writing tomorrow's notes from my desk email, and I'm going to do a few other odds and ends today. Email happening here. If you're on my mailing list, you've got a 10% discount code to use on notebooks this month, which is the product of the month. If you're not on my mailing list, you should be, and I will definitely be sending this code out several times this month, probably twice a week throughout February, so you won't miss out. If you want to head to my mailing list, I will leave a link down below which will get you 4 free phone backgrounds, which are the patterns of my planner, and then the same patterns that are on my wrapping paper there, so you can get those for your phone. In fact, I have one on my phone. There you go, so that's one of them there. I just think they look really cute, but you can get 4 of those for free for signing up for my mailing list. So I'm going to finish this email now, and then I'm going to get some lunch. Then I really need to just do some sketching and stuff really. I need to sit down and talk to you about this actually, because I don't know what I've mentioned and what I haven't mentioned. I want to relaunch Sweary Cats, and I want to launch prints and many other cards. It's been a plan for a few years to launch many other cards, but I was waiting on getting this printer because I wouldn't mind offering some personalised versions of cards that I'm going to release specifically for Sweary Cats. But for Sweary Cats, if you don't know, because you're relatively new here, Sweary Cats, I will pop a picture of the Instagram here, has a certain kind of like playful style to it and is very sweary, but I also want to bring out cards that are not just cats, and I also want to bring out cards that are not just sweary, that are kind of cute, and I do offer some of those anyway, especially on Thoughtful, but that's the plan. But I'll talk to you more about that later. For now, let's get finished on this email.
Little planners be really helpful for me, especially when I'm kind of traveling and stuff. Also, it makes me not want to travel and makes me just want to like work.
Hello guys, it is Sunday today. We have just got back from Strawberry Fields, which is a really lovely farm shop, fruit picking place at the right season, and restaurant, cafe style thing. I'll pop some footage over the top of me chatting. I wanted to go there for ages, went there last weekend, and then again this weekend, and it's just so delicious in there. Their breakfasts are so fresh. Obviously everything that they sell in there is fresh. But their farm shop is just incredible. But right now it's 10:20 and I'm just going to pack some orders before I get into doing some other things. So I've got an Etsy order to pack, which is one of my Proud of You cards. So I'm going to grab that, pack that, and then I have an order from my website to pack, and then I'll talk you through what other plans there are for today. It's a really lovely day out actually. And so maybe we'll go for a walk. These Proud of You cards, out of all of my cat cards, are the only ones that I'm continuing to sell because they are such a bestseller on Etsy. So I'm going to try and come up with a design for another Proud of You card. Whether it's this one's popular because it's a cat or whether it's popular because it says Proud of You, I don't know, but I still think there is room for another one. Whenever I do an Etsy order, I always, or any order, I always send a little thank you card, and I thought I'd choose this one which says make yourself proud, considering she's gone for the Proud of You card. Okay, so I'm onto my website order now. Excuse all the stuff everywhere. So they would like a wildflower to-do list, one of these shopping list pads. Weirdly enough, this will be my last two of these now. I had them for so long and no one was really digging them, and now they're selling like hotcakes. So I'm going to redesign these because these are also with the magnets as well. People are really enjoying that option. I'll just take the price tag off. That's the same price as my website, but just from markets. So, and then also a Enchanted Garden to-do list. I also want to design some belly bands, but now that I've got my printer, because the belly bands that I used belly bands that I had before were from Printed, and they're really simple. That's because of what the Eden Project wanted. But I would really like, if possible, to phase out, even though these are biodegradable. The only thing is that when I take them to markets, people have their hands on them, and I don't want them to get all, like if it's dusty and windy, I can wipe them down. Oh, it's such a mare, isn't it? What I might do is get some belly bands printed off on my printer, because I've got, let me show you, these ones here. I know it's through the cello, but so it's got a biodegradable bag on it, cello bag. It's also got this. What I could do is wrap them all in belly bands and then not put a cello on them unless it's going to a market with me or going to a retailer that wants the cellos. Because I think when I send them to you guys, let me know what you think in the comments. When I send them to you guys, you don't necessarily need packaging on them. Everything got put in packaging because I was doing so many markets and things. Okay, so this order, so she wanted the shopping list pad and the to-do list from the Wildflower collection, and one of these ones which is super wonderful for spring and summer, which is the Enchanted Garden one. So I'm going to get these packed up, get that order off, and then we'll talk about what is on my to-do list for the week ahead. I'm putting these vlogs up on Tuesdays, so I'm kind of finishing them on Mondays, which I kind of like. I'm not very good at starting things on Mondays. It's been established. So let's pack this order. I thought I'd take you guys through what I use to pack orders, like the actual process of packing an order properly, because interestingly enough, I've just done that Jenny Pace course I told you guys about before, Pricing for Profit, where she talks about costing up everything that you put in an order. So for this order, I'm going to use this box, a sheet of tissue paper, a sticker, maybe some of my green shredded paper, and then obviously I've got those goods going in there, some paper tape, a postage label, and you price up all of the things that you put in there, and it was a real eye-opener. Actually, you do it for each individual thing. Now in this case, obviously, I'm not using 3 bits of tissue paper and 3 stickers, but you also put in what each item has attached to it, like a cello and some washi tape. So you overestimate in some degrees if you're sending a lot of stuff together, but it's quite an interesting exercise to do. Highly recommend that course. I think she does it as a standalone course, so I'll try and link it below because it is very, very good, and the spreadsheet is really good. I'm not one for spreadsheets, but it's so good. I've got one more module to go, but definitely worth it. Right, I'm just pointing you at some stickers and a desk here. This is not interesting. Let's pack this order. We're back on Monday again today, guys, and Gizmo and I are in the office / studio, whatever you want to call it. I always want to call it a studio because it sounds more arty, but in reality it's a spare bedroom and house, so I guess I can call it whatever I want. The food shop has arrived, that's been unpacked, and it is now 10:15. I'm going to shut this vlog down in a minute and start a new one, but I did promise you in a previous clip, I believe, that I would talk you through what my to-do list looked like for this week. I'm still kind of finding my feet for the year, which is crazy to me because I'm normally a lot more organised by now. But here we are, Monday the 6th of February. I've just, last night I sat and drafted a blog post. So the blog post, the product of the month this month is notebooks. I was planning on doing a notebook blog post to go with that, but then I remembered it's a very short time till Valentine's Day, and I thought I'd just give it one more push in a blog post to see if I could get any more sales, but also just because I like writing, and not every post has to be a sale, but it is nice to have these posts available for SEO reasons as well. So I've drafted it, well, I've just been cleaning up the Valentine's post. I'll quickly show you what I'm doing with that. Say hi. Did you push your little nose into Mummy's yogurt this morning? Yes, she did. Okay, so here we are on Squarespace, behind the scenes of my post. So basically, I've done a post called Reasons to Fall Back in Love with Valentine's Day Again. One of my cards that I really love this card. It's so simple, but it's also one of my favourites. And then I'm just talking a little bit about, yes, it's highly commercialised, but these are the reasons why you don't have to, like, you can be put off by something when it's highly commercialised, but just reasons to believe in it still and celebrate it, and cheaper ways to do it or completely free ways to do it, and rounding up with a bit of a conclusion. So I'm going to put that live in a minute. While I'm here, actually, I bought I love Creative Market. Creative Market is like the dream. I bought a new font yesterday, which you'll be seeing in this very vlog, and it's called Cute Drop. And I bought this because these are the sample images, I'll just take you through them. I bought this because of the new things I want to do, which I was going to talk to you about in this vlog, but I will talk to you about it in the next one. How cute is it though? It's so cute. The reason I bought it is because it's actually not dissimilar to how I write on Procreate, so I thought it would be perfect for me. So yeah, anyway. Done the blog post, that's going to go live in a minute, and I need to get an Instagram post up to potentially go with that. I probably won't sell many more Valentine's Day cards now, seeing as it is the 6th, but I'm going to just try anyway. So my to-do list for today, I haven't, as you probably know if you've been watching a while, I have my diary, because I have a paper diary. I am still old school. I tend to use my planner pads throughout the week, so I have this that I carry around with me, and I'll have like a planner pad sheet that I'll use to kind of pull off my priorities. So this is like where I mind dump my to-do list here. So I'll read this to you. So basically, I've separated it out into 4 sections. Leaf Lane Studio, Sweary Cats, prints and cards, which we're going to talk about in the next vlog, and then house jobs. Please hit me up below if you are the same as me. I get very easily overwhelmed by the amount that I have to do, and depending on where my mental health is at, I'll either get loads done or not a lot done, depending on how I'm feeling, and then I get stuck in a bit of a rut of feeling guilty and feeling worried and not doing enough, and then on the other hand I can burn myself out by doing too much. So let me know if you're that person. So basically what I've decided I'm going to try and do is to write myself these master lists, split them into 4 categories. It's a lot to take on your own, all of this stuff. Also on a bit of a weight loss journey again, that's news for another video. If you even want to hear about it, maybe you don't, I don't know. I'm not going to make these videos too kind of like personal to things like weight loss journeys and things like that, because it is a studio vlog, but I will perhaps take you on a walk with me a couple of times and just chat to you through what the plans are. This week's Leaf Lane Studio list, I have blog post, done that already, which is good. Pinterest, so I mentioned to you previous clips that I've joined the pin pack, which I'll link below. I think it's closed again at the moment, but when it reopens, if you're interested, I can't comment on what it's like because I've literally just joined it and I haven't done any of the calls yet. I do need to go onto my Pinterest board and I need to privatize all of my wedding content, because I have 2 or 3 wedding posts that I created that are really popular, but if people are clicking through, they're not going to find anything because I've just got rid of all of my wedding stuff. So I need to get rid of all my wedding stuff, and then I need to use the pin pack in order to build up my Pinterest again to suit what I'm doing now. It's just been one of those jobs where I just haven't, it's not like I haven't had the time, but it's just not been a priority. But I honestly think that it could be a good plan. Let me know if you've had success on Pinterest, because I'm keen to know. You don't have to tell me your secrets, because I know that sometimes it's a bit of work in progress, but just let me know if you've had success on Pinterest. Success to me is that people click through on your pins and then they buy from your store or whatever it is you offer. I need to order, sounds really random, I put here, order folding device. This is, I'll show you. I'll talk to you about it in the next video, but this is it. This is the folding device I'm referring to. I'll talk to you about the plan for cards in the next one, but for £21.99, which I've been putting off buying, is this folding device where you can fold boxes or cards or anything really neatly. And as someone who had some unfolded Christmas cards sent to them by mistake from my manufacturers last Christmas, I ended up giving them to my mum. The folds were not too professional. I have one of these tools, but this has got grooves in it and it actually gives a really good result. I've watched a few videos, so I need to order one of those. And I need to finish the last couple of videos on the pricing for profit course of Jenny Pace's. I need to look at my January finances, so I do need to sit down and just do that in like a really basic sense, so I know what I had come in for January, what went out. And then I also need to update some product descriptions this week. I need to put all my international postage back on because I still haven't done that. So that's all Leaf Lane Studio. Sweary Cats currently has nothing. Basically the bigger picture, we don't need to see your ass. The bigger picture for Sweary Cats is that it's going to be relaunched with a new style of artwork, because the style that I have been doing, I like it, but I don't love it, because it started by it was an accident. It wasn't meant to be a business, it wasn't meant to be a card shop or anything like that, but it's been something that you guys have enjoyed. But I've got so many more ideas and I want to, now I've got the printer, do a lot more with that. And then I just got general round the house jobs to do. I won't list those off because you'll probably fall asleep. So right now, let's do I need to put that blog post up. I want to create the content for a Instagram post and an image for Instagram to go with the Valentine's Day thing. So I'm going to do that now, get all of that done, tick those off of here, edit you guys, and then that's another job dropped, and then I'll start to look at what else I'm doing. I want to try and get a walk in today as well, because I can't train. It is actually getting me down now. Let's try and decide what I'm going to do for my Valentine's Day stuff. I at the moment don't, hang on guys, I don't have a ton of Valentine's cards, so I'm literally just pushing the cards that are suitable for Valentine's and Palentine's. I do have a Valentine's Day card though, so I'll put a picture of it here, and I'll link to it down below. So if you're interested in getting that, you've got to move quick and get first class postage for me to send it out to you. This will be going up on Tuesday the 7th, so obviously that's a week away, so if you order it pronto, I can send it to you on first class post. So I'll link to that below. I want to get a couple of things done whilst I have you as accountability. So let's do the Instagram post and also let Gizmo out the door. Okay, so I've drawn this envelope, and I think what I'm going to do for the Instagram post is create like a checkered, like a grid paper background, and then reduce the size of the envelope in Photoshop. Probably put some hearts coming out of it, and I'm going to put a quote in that new font that I was telling you guys about earlier underneath, just to kind of signify that it is a Valentine's Day thing. So I think what I'm going to do now is just put a new layer on Procreate here, and then fill the background. I'm trying to decide if I want to do like maybe a creamy colour or a really light pink. Oh, see, it looks really light when you look at it on the dropper, but actually when you put it down, maybe I'll go creamy. We'll see. And then anyway, so I'm going to have a new layer now, and then I am going to get like a warm white, and then the grid brush here. Don't know how thick the grid is. I might go a little bit smaller with it. Not that small. Yeah, maybe like that. I don't know if you can actually see it, but I will then pop the grid all over. I've got to make sure I do it all over. I probably should have got rid of the envelope layer quickly. I'll check it in a second. But if you don't take the pen off, then you're good. You're not going to overlap anything. So then I've got my grid. Let's maybe group this together. Okay, so yeah, that went okay. Can you see that? Or I'm not sure if you can. I think you can. Let me just zoom you in. Then let's bring that back. Then I'm going to draw a few heart elements that are kind of coming out of here, and I'm going to do those in like a sketchy pencil, like an HB or a 6B pencil, and then I will export it into Photoshop in layers and then fiddle around with it and add the quote. Okay, so I ended up using the monoline and not a pencil because it was taking too long, and I'm just going to leave it like this, really simple, just trying to decide whether I want to change the colours of the hearts or keep them really simple. I think I'm going to keep them like that. It is only an Instagram post. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to merge together, merge those, so that is now one element, and that, the grid is another, and then the background is another, so I can play around with those a little bit. So then just to share that to Photoshop, share, and then I'm going to share it as a PSD file, and then go to my drive and then just upload that, and then I'll be able to grab that on my drive, open that up on Photoshop. Easy as that, already open in Photoshop, ready to go. So now I'm just going to resize it a little bit, add in the quote that I want, get that on Instagram, and then take out elements of the blog post that I've written and use that as the caption, add some hashtags, and away we go. So this is the finished article. It's difficult to see the colours from the screen, but I used the Elizabeth Barrett Browning quote that I really like. So I love you not only for what you are, but for what I am when I'm with you. I really like that, and I accidentally used a mustard colour and then I didn't change it because I really liked it. And this is the font that I bought the other day, which I also love. It's very, very me. I love it so much. I'm going to use it to death. So that is that. So I'm now going to put up my blog post, and then I'm just going to quickly write an Instagram caption to go with this. I'm also going to finish this, which I'm eating. If you are on a high protein diet or want to get more protein in, these are from Lidl. You've probably already heard of them. They do caramel, or salted caramel, chocolate and vanilla. Personally, I really like the vanilla. It's very custardy and it's got 20 grams of protein in it. So there you go, highly recommend. Just finishing this whilst I work. I'm going to leave the vlog here for this week and start on next week's one now that I've done my blog post, I've done my Instagram. Thank you for being with me through that. If you have any questions or anything you want me to cover on here, please pop it in the comments. I'm not great at reading comments, or I'm really good at reading them on my phone and then forgetting to reply. So I'm going to pop it in my diary once a week to check in with comments, so I will do that. But also, if you're not following me on Instagram, pop over to Leaf Lane Studio on Instagram. Everything is obviously linked below. And I will see you guys in the next one where I'll talk to you a little bit more about some future plans, things that I want to do and try, etc. Hopefully by then as well, my cardstock I've ordered to make my own greetings cards will have arrived. So perhaps we can work, I want to work on a Mother's Day design. Mother's Day is coming up really soon. It's like the 18th? No, 19th? I think it's the 19th of March. I wanted to try and get a design on my shop that I can print at home. So let's see how that goes. I need to whip out the iPad and get on with that really. So that's for next week. I will say goodbye for now. Please click on the old thumbs up button if you don't mind. That would be really helpful, and I'll see you in the next one, guys. Bye.